Hello everyone. I've tried to make a couple videos over the weekend, and well, one yesterday and one today, and just a lot going on. A lot I want to say. There's so much I need to say, and but it's the ones that don't hear that doesn't make it easy. And I've said a couple things today. It's just I don't have time, so right now I'm just going to say. For one, I want to comment about, the whole, when I had, because with Lively, when I had made that comment, that video, I wouldn't have posted it unless I could have thought I was going to finish it. Because it needs to be known, we don't see eye to eye. Not on everything, but it's where you do have the confirmation. Because the work is not accomplished yet. It is being done. And, and I was going to specifically, speak on it. There's just so much I want to say, even concerning that. But, I'm just going to bear my witness, give my testimony. And I know the words that I speak are true. That's the work that's been done in me. See, those that haven't had the work, they don't know. And it's man, it is of the carnal man, that when a right word's spoken, they come and cast the stones. Those who have had the work, those who have had experience of spirit, who have had this even part of the work, when they hear, those who are of the truth, hear my voice. Those who are of the truth hear the voice of truth. Man doesn't know what, they only know what has been taught through man through the letters. And every word that you get, that you put out to me when I speak a word rightly, and you come with the comments in the scriptures, I could answer those, but that's not my job. It's my job to bear witness, to give my testimony, my account, but it's not my job to convince you. And it's not my job to take the time to read all these things. I'm not here to strive and contend over words. I'm here to speak what has been given to me to speak, and bear witness to, and confirm the others. It's the Spirit that confirms. It's not, man will bear witness, and man in agreement with how, you haven't known the work of Spirit, and it is a great work. And no matter what I could say to all the verses, there'd still be just more you throw. There's just more you throw. That's striving and continuing over words, and we're past that. We who have had the work in us, that's what you don't understand. There's been a work done in us that we do now see. The mud has been taken off of our eyes. And it was through that very word, the very things that you see. And we see what you don't see. Because the mud has been removed from our eyes, our sight. But I want to say, because I don't know the fullness yet. I don't know, what all. All I know is what I'm supposed to do. Right now, what today. But there's just so much, and no matter what I say, or those who are, no matter what is witnessed of spirit, the carnal man will always just throw the letters, and that you've been such a hindrance, but I cannot allow that to hinder me. I'm only saying this real quickly right now, and I don't even know if right now it makes sense, and I don't mean, my boasting is not in myself, it's in what has been done. The scripture's alive in you. That is the resurrection. That is, I'm not even going to go into all of it right here. And how I sat alone. I sat allowing this work, turning off the videos, because as we was each, even those who are truly learning, even those as Lively and Anna, and I'm saying those two because I know they're a part of even what is happening with me, with all of us, but there's a reason that, and we will, it's, I'm not even going to go into it, but I said some things before on, a couple of videos I've made, but it's just, it's for those who can't hear that makes it really hard. and I can't worry about you. I'm not speaking to strive or to teach. I'm bearing witness for those who do hear, who can hear. And this is the finishing work. It's happened, and what's happened in us who hear, who now understand, who now are made able to see. This work has been in us so we could witness, so we could bear witness to what has happened in us. And there was times when I've spoken, I'm going to speak on all these things, because I am prepared to speak. The word is prepared on my mouth, because it is prepared in me. It's set rightly together within me first. I'm going to speak on the mark of the beast. I'm going to speak on the jots and tittles. I'm going to speak on the punctuation that was never there from the beginning, and how that is the fulfilling when it is rightly spoken. Punctuation is out of place. That's what it's all about. Through what man, the carnal mind is shut. But we had to see this. It's a work that I can only testify and bear witness to what's given. And you who throw your letters, that's because you have not had the work in you. You know, and I understand. If I don't even have time to see my grandchildren, I don't have time to deal. I put off my whole life. I haven't to put off my life to come strive over words. I put off my life for the life that was in the word, that I would be able to give it to others. And no matter what I'd say, or no matter what I could answer, you're going to only have more verses until you allow the work to be done in you. You don't see what I see. You don't see what those who have had the work of Spirit see. That's why you condemn and you cast your stones at such as myself and Anna, and I'm sure Lively has had her share. And behold, we speak the truth, and you cast stones. Because you can't hear, because you are full of the teachings and doctrines of man, the understanding of man. And it is through that being purged from us. That is what is the overcoming of the world. The orderly arrangement. It is a great work, and it was all the work of salvation. And I'm saying this now because you hinder me when you come with your comments. I'm not about striving with you. I'm not about correcting you or showing you. I could show you everything. I could, your scriptures, your verses, I could say a word rightly, and you'd only have more. You'd only have more. You'll endless striving, ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. When will you learn that it's you? All that was written in the scripture of truth is being fulfilled today. And that has been fulfilled in me. And in those, that's what's happening. It is when that Christ is resurrected. Christ is, through that life, you're given life through that very word. The very word that once caused you to be blind and once caused deadness. Now the truth enters and gives you understanding, and that's the life, and that's the Christ resurrection. And that's also why I said, forgive them, they know not what they do. And I'm going to begin on my other channel. I'm not going to allow, I don't mean no disrespect to you. Because there's nothing I can do. All I can do is witness. All I can do is testify. All I can do is speak a right word. Give a word of truth. I can't make you hear it. I can't give you the understanding. But there's others who are receiving. I know a great work is happening in those who hear today. And you who are casting and striving, you're not helping these others who are trying. You know, that you are only hindering. I know the hindrance because I've overcome it. And I speak boldly because I never spoke until I understood what I was speaking. Just as I said, I wasn't going to go back and correct myself these 4 years that I've allowed this work to be done in me. And even when I saw a brethren who has the work being in them, but they'd speak wrongly, but I knew that they had not perceived yet. But I did not speak against them because I knew the work is being done in them. Even and I will say now that my brother told me what Anna said, how she was coming from that place of corruption. It's from that you're still double. You're still you're still, yeah, double, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Because that's what, as Christ is revealed, the fullness in you, that makes you whole. You're no more seen from two different perceptions. You're made able through what's the work in you, and the all things being revealed. You see more and more. It's making you whole within, full of light, where there's no more part. It's like there's many things I'm going to speak, whether I do it here or on my Epiphany of Nancy channel. You know, I bet I'm not going to allow the comments. I don't have time. The world don't have time for it to strive, and for the false speakers who don't have no business speaking. It's done enough damage. It's time for healing. You know, I don't know how great this video is, but I am only now, you know, it was the grounding, the strengthening, the assurance, making you ready. And I am ready. There was many things I could not. Now I can go to look at Lively and to see where we see eye to eye, to look at Anna. And I just, you know, it's not our work. It has been done in us, and it's being a great work done. And you who are of the letter and of the teachings and the doctrines that have not allowed the work, I don't even know where I was going to go with that just then, but it's all written. What was written is what's happening today. And that in the revealing happens within each. And no man, we can testify, but no man can give it to another. It is the Spirit bears witness with Spirit. So when I speak a word of truth and another has perceived this, that word lights up. We don't speak through the scriptures. You speak a word of understanding and the scripture lights up. It lights up the scripture. The scripture opens through the word spoken rightly. And you can't go, you don't know what you don't know. And I've seen where certain brethren have, and they have not perceived something that they are holding that was not rightly spoken, so it was not rightly understood. But it's through the work of Spirit that all these things will be revealed. You know, it was always what was ordained will be. And the word of man and what man has said is what will not be. So I don't know if any of that makes sense right now. It's just, and it is like, you know, and when you share a good word, it's like casting pearls before swine, because they trample them. And the swine is, you know, they waller in the muck. You know, you're supposed to have it on your eyes and then wash it off, not to waller in it and be full of it. Every word, what was the true word? Man, where it says where it even testifies, man has turned the truth into a lie. Through those jots, tittles, through that punctuation, you don't know what you don't know. But it is through the Spirit work that it will all be rightly spoken. I know the word that I speak is true. And my boast is not in me. My boast is in the work that's done in me, that was not of myself. But my boldness of speech is to those who boldly speak against the truth, and they do not know the truth. And the truth spoken rightly, and then you try to correct the truth in your ignorance and blindness. Some of us are no longer blind. And some of us, our life, it was never about us. And we've always known that. At least myself has always known that. You know, in forsaking everything, you know, even my children, my son, my life, my freedom, because this is all that I can, this is all that I can think of. This is, you know, I can't, I mean, it's making me able where I know I can endure anything that, you know, whatever will happen in my life. But there is nothing above the word of truth and salvation. It is all that I care about. And that's why it angers me, you know, in this, because there's nothing I can say to convince, and that's not my job to convince. And no matter what, there will always be throwing the scripture. You are bound in chains. And that's all I'll say for now. Take it as you will. I love you all.